With that, we welcome you inside. I'm Kyle Keefe. How about the last two games? They have been nuts. The Avs took care of business against the Winnipeg Jets 7-1. McKinnon went crazy. Landeskog had a hat trick. And then the other night was a little different story. Down 3-0, down 4-1, but they battled back and found a way to win in overtime. What's in store tonight? Can't wait to find out. Let's get you upstairs. Mark Mosier and Peter McNabb.
All right, Kyle, thanks. Well, Kyle's talking about it. The top line is spectacular, Pete. The last two games, they've been unreal. But even when you look at the numbers, it's hard to comprehend what these three superstars all together have been able to do.
Well, you know somebody for the Kraken had to go in there in the dark, put these games on and watch and go, what do I say? what do I tell my players? These guys right now, I mean, this is the way that they play. They're in control. They're big, they're strong, they're talented. They played together for a while now. They know the big moment. You know, every time you turn around, someone's getting a game-winning goal, a game-winning assist. So this is the Colorado Avalanche. This is their core. And when they play like this, look out.
Yeah, Landeskog, of course, is out in COVID protocol, so Andre Burakovsky will go up there tonight. But on the back end, you got everybody there. Cale Makar and Jan.10. Pete, we keep saying it, but they are the best defensive pair in the entire NHL.
You better start listening, National Hockey League. This pair, when they've been in the lineup healthy, the Avalanche are 16-2. The Avalanche have won the last 4 games. 2 in overtime. Taves got 1. Makar got 1. But when you watch the way that they watch Taves' face, watch this is all about team. When he goes around the net, watch this.
You love to see it. You just love to watch the reaction of the players as they came pouring off the bench, and rightfully so, because he is that good, and he's right up there in terms of scoring in this league.
Me. When Makar scored, he was like, wow. You know, and when Taves scored, it was, there it is, gentlemen. We just won the best darn hockey game you're going to see in the first half of this season.
Also tonight, we'll welcome in a couple of Seattle players. We'll get to those guys momentarily. But Nazem Kadri, Pete, if you want him to pick up the slack, he can do it for you easily. 44 points. He's 5th in the NHL in scoring.
And he's not yet going to the All-Star game, fans. We got to find some way to get him to the All-Star game. He is 5th in scoring in the NHL right now. I remember one year GM for the Seattle Kraken, Ron Francis, was 2nd and he didn't go. But that was Mario Lemieux and all this stuff. The man deserves to go to the Hall of Fame, or the All-Star game. Let's vote for him.
Let's do it. And finally, again, our friends, Jonas Donskoy taking the expansion draft, and our old buddy Philip Grubauer between the pipes signed the free agent deal.
It's always a big moment. Doesn't matter. You know, the Colorado Avalanche the last couple of years had some incredibly close calls. This club was oh so close to doing a lot of great things. So now they come back, Donskoy and Grubauer, you know, and it's got to be tough because they know that a bounce here or a goal there, and this whole thing might have been different.
Could have been, but tonight the Avs don't want to make it any different than what they've been doing the last 4, which is winning. It's Seattle's only appearance in Denver this season, and tonight you got it. The Kraken are in to take on your Colorado Avalanche. So stick around. The puck will drop next here on Altitude. In Colorado since 1978. Pepsi Zero Sugar, proud partner of the Colorado Avalanche. And by Cigna, together all the way. Crisp, cool night in Denver, Colorado as we get an outside look at Ball Arena. And on the inside, it's Peter McNabb and Mark Mosier as the Avs welcome in the Seattle Kraken for the first and only time this season. Let's take a look at tonight's starting goalies, presented by Holman Automotive.
Well, you might recognize both of these goaltenders. Probably one more. Philip Grubauer, one, and then for Pavel Francouz, who's been injured. But was he a key performer last game? Francouz. Now, Grubauer has not been outstanding to this point. He got the big contract. They need him to be better.
Avs win the opening draws. Taves gets it fired in from McCarr into the Seattle zone. Played by Grubauer. He'll bash it off and then ripped to the far side by Larson. Here's Cale Makar out to the blue line. He'll walk it. Dishes off for Taves. Back to McCarr, who had exited his own wrist shot, knocked down in the slot. Went off of Rantanen after a hit a Kraken player. That was Johansson, and back to the Avs zone. It's fed. And here we are 30 seconds into the game. The Avs getting a change, and the Cadre line is coming on. Skating tonight with Valnichushkin back in the lineup on one side and JT Compher on the other. Up to Bowen Byram. He'll rip that puck in far side to near to the half boards. Compher took a shot right in the leg. Kraken come away with it. Given off for Yanni Gourde, the former Tampa Bay Lightning. Sent ahead to the Avalanche zone as Blackwell tried to play catch up. Kicked into the corner. JT Compher sweeps it between the circles. A little bit of a dangerous play, but the Avs able to come away with that puck. Nas and Kadri. Slap shot over the top of the net. Grubauer made a little bit of a hitch move, and all the way down it goes. Here is Girard. He'll pop it off. Byram had a man slide into him. That was Ryan Donato. Kraken come away with the puck. Lauzon with a shot wide of the net, and it ricochets off the back of the cage. Appleton there for the Kraken. Logan O'Connor hit by Gourde. Avs do have the puck, however. Set to the near side for Newhook. Seattle coming in 0-4-1 in their last 5 games. Obe Kubel tried to center that one off. Larson was able to knock that puck away and then off the stick. Obe Kubel takes a kick as Lauzon later run it in. O'Connor pinned. Leg got up of Lauzon right there on him, and it's fed off for Donato. He'll find, Larson, I should say, he'll find that red line and dump it into the Avalanche end. Jonas Donskoy making his first appearance of the night for the Kraken. Long wrist shot saved by Francouz. He'll get on top of that rebound, and there is the whistle. Gabe Landeskog today went into the NHL's COVID protocol.
I mean, I couldn't believe it. Here he was, player of the week. And I'm thinking, this is fantastic, well-deserved. Turn around and somebody in the home mentioned, yeah, he's got COVID. I go, no, he didn't. He won an award. No, he's got COVID. I go, what is going on? It must be amazing to take those tests. Do you immediately suspect that you have it? See, I've been lucky, knock on wood.
Yeah, for sure. I will tell you this, though. From what we understand, he's completely asymptomatic. It came as a big a shock to him as it does to anybody else who perhaps runs into it. Puck is down. Kicked away from Helm. Quick shot deflected. Saved by Francouz as Donskoy let that one fly. Jonas Donskoy sitting on a goose egg this year as far as goals are concerned. In this is now his 34th game.
A lot of games, Mosh, to have nothing.
Donskoy squirted away from McDermott. Jack Johnson back into the lineup tonight. Good to see him out there. Bumped off the leg. That puck will roll through the bottom of the circle. McDermott had his stick tied up. Donskoy still fighting for it. It's finally steered to the near corner, and Jack Johnson found some open room. Head for Jost. Drop that puck in. On his horse himself. Out Jost. Back down by Larson. In the far corner, the puck is kicked away, booted at by the Kraken. Soucy had it ripped away from him. McDermott hard to handle in the corner, but the Kraken with an active stick able to get that puck away. Fed off for Devon Taves. Avs top pair back out on the ice. Taves rims it around to the far side. Getting a stick on it was Jared McCann. Kraken were able to clear the zone as McKinnon will bump it back to his own end.
Lots of skating, but not much hockey to this point for either of these clubs, kind of feeling each other out.
It's an excellent way to play. Long stretch pass finds Burakovsky. Wanted to shove it off for McKinnon and does. McKinnon, a dangle move and a backhand shot saved by Grubauer. Quick shot there and another save by Grubauer. Couldn't quite get to the rebound. To the point. Here is McKinnon. He'll march it down the boards into the corner. McKinnon. Near side shot. Oh, goodness gracious. Cale Makar had it go off the heel of his stick. And what a pass by Nathan McKinnon. Kraken able to steer that one away. Jordan Eberle had fought forward on the near side, and it's flipped up and out. Giordano, the captain, of the Seattle Kraken, taken in the expansion draft away from the Calgary Flames. He was their captain, of course, as well. Through Yanni Gourde. Bowen Byron will flag down the puck. Gets the return pass from Girard. Here is Bowen. Send it right through to Shushkin. Head high. Dunn couldn't hang on. Avs scooted up for Girard. Sammy G fakes the slapper. Walks it straight away. Still gets around a man. Here is Girard. Centering pass. Turned to the far side, and it goes off the stick of JT Compher. He's checked, and the Kraken able to get it out with Donskoy. Avs will smother him. Kadri. Spinner-on move, but he lost the handle, and Seattle will settle things down. Larson brings it in and rips that puck near side to far as Aube-Kubel was waiting. Pushed toward the front of the Avs net. It's deflected wide. Rolls to the near side. Fire immediately tied up there by Mason Appleton. Battle for in the corners. Aube-Kubel. Head up top. Susic. Larson floats it down deep. Saved there by Francouz. Avs turn it over again. Donato by his lonesome. Donato with a backhand shot, and there's a blocker save by Francouz. The Kraken now starting to apply the pressure. Creaky delivered it to the high slot. Didn't get a lot of wood on it to the Kraken. Here's Newhook back the other way. Tries to give it off and does. Quick shot. Score! Aube-Kubel on a tic-tac-toe play. Able to rip it home past Grubauer. The Avs have the 1-0 lead on Aube-Kubel's third goal of this season, and that was exquisite puck movement.
You don't think this coach for the Avalanche doesn't know his club? Guess who he said the best player was the other night? Aube-Kubel. Said he was on the puck. He was dangerous. He didn't get a break. Right here for the Colorado Avalanche, he gets the first goal of the game, and this line is fascinating. It was sort of put together a little bit at during the game, and the kid in the middle is the guy that I am really interested in, Newhook. Is he going to be that spice to certain situations? Because that was a really nice goal.
It was terrific. Logan O'Connor with 1 assist. And Alex Newhook with the other assist. The Avs have the early 1-0 lead. And the yes hits again. We'll get to that coming up here in just a little bit. And Peter, you're right about that. In fact, Jared Bednar said that Aube-Kubel, he said his forecheck was simply brilliant. To the side of the net, taken away by Eric Johnson. That's high praise from the coach. From Coach?
He let Aube-Kubel led them in hits, with hard hits, no penalties, and that's what Coach loves.
Long ball there, deflected down into the ice. Bouncing puck squirts right through the low slot, and then cut down was Mikko Rantanen, and he is furious. Donskoy sends it back to his own and will go off on a change. Rantanen now on the forecheck, wants a piece of somebody. He was really, really unhappy. That puck deflects off the boards in front of the Avalanche bench. McCarr tied up as Eberle ran at him. McKinnon had it poked away by Johansson. Up to the near side, McCann in a scramble with Taves. Avs will lift it ahead as Burakovsky took a hit. McKinnon now finds Mikko, and it goes. Ripped around to the near side, Lazar, and Eberle able to swing it up and out. Great play by Compher. Got to wait for his teammates to get onside. And the Avs are offside. We'll take a timeout. 12:47 to go here, period number 1. Nicholas Aube-Kubel, first goal of the game. Avs on top 1-0. Edge presented by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. And you look at the numbers right here, Pete. Kraken 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 road games. And 17 of the Kraken's last 24 games have been over, which means a lot of goals are scored when they play.
Oh, yeah. Look, there's no getting around that. But, Moj, this is interesting. Am I hearing what I'm hearing?
What's that?
They're booing.
I don't know. Maybe they're saying grew.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I was like, because I just turned around kind of, and you do remember that he had the opportunity to sign the contract, and he got a good contract, and as well he should. Every player has that right. But I think for the Colorado Avalanche, the fans realize that boy, they felt they were just one snake bit play away last year. And
you look at the numbers as of late for Philip Grubauer, and again, with an expansion club, I can't say that this is entirely surprising. Byron rips that one in, but the Ball Arena Vision had highlights of both Grubauer and Donskoy from their Avalanche career, and a thank you to them. Long shot, knocked down in front, loose puck to Byron, tried to give it up. A nice play there by McCann. Maybe saved a goal as he got that stick right down in there. And a penalty coming up on the Avalanche, going to be an interference call, and it's going to be on Canary. So the Kraken will get the first power play of this game. Avs a little bit frustrated here in the early going. You see Jared Bednar's face. Not really sure that he enjoyed that call.
no, emotional. Kadri 91, he's on him. It's nothing spectacular. I think it's the push maybe at the end when the puck wasn't there. But again, I just have to beat down my instincts when it comes to like penalties in my era. You know what? That was not a penalty.
That was not back in the day. No, it was not. So the Avs and their penalty kill. Incidentally, the Avalanche have allowed a power play goal in 20 of the games played this season. You look at the Seattle power play is 21st, and the Avs PK continues to be a work in progress, but they do win the draw, able to send it down. And here comes the breakout led by Vince Dunn.
This Dunn can he can shoot, so keep an eye on him.
Here come the Kraken. Down the wing is Geeky, young promising player. Dunn fumbles the puck, gives it back to Donato. He'll scramble his way toward the hashes. Back to Dunn it goes. Now Yanni Gourde. Gave it back up top. Kraken staying on the perimeter. There's a long shot saved by Grubauer. The puck is into the corner. Pushed off for Taves. He'll rim it around and all the way down.
You hear what you said? Saved by Grubauer.
Did I really?
Yes.
Got it, Philip.
No, that's fantastic. Are you kidding?
Here comes Giordano.
Groovy, man. Nice save by the Groupster.
Yeah, Francouz, of course, his backup for so long. Into the corner it goes, sent high off the glass. Jack Johnson couldn't get a piece of it. Deflected puck, and there's a save by Francouz as it went off a body right in front. All right, let's see what it's going to take to ensure the win. It's all presented by AAA Insurance, and well, they're off to a better start tonight already.
Yeah, and then good friends return. I didn't realize they were on the team still, but you know, it's just a matter of, you know, this is the first time the Avalanche have kind of had control of the first period. That game against Toronto, by now we're swimming upstream with no paddle. Austin Matthews has every paddle in the boat.
There's one thing that the Kraken do not have, and that's a 34. Giordano. Everly finds Giordano. Now McCann, wrist shot. Saved by Francouz. Loose puck in the low slot. Push far side in a foot race. Giordano will win that one. Rick to the near side. McCann wants to give it back up top to his captain. That's the return pass. Cross ice to the circle with a shot. Score! Deflected in front by Johansson. Up over the pad of Francouz for his third of the season. And the Seattle Kraken, with a power play goal, have tied the game at 1. And again, the Avalanche PK continues to be a work in progress.
Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. But the idea is they move the puck up high really, really well. That was, you know, the man down low, coming across through the seam, but it's not a low seam. It's a high seam, and they get it down low for a quick tip. That was a beautifully executed power play.
That certainly was. And again, you see Johansson just turn that blade over a little bit and able to pop it up over the pad. And Francouz. Top line is now out for Jared Bednar. So Johansson with a goal. Everly with 1 assist, and McCann gets the other. Riley Sheehan on the far side had it knocked away. Give it up now for McCarr. He'll lead the charge to McKinnon. McKinnon sends it up top. Gerard fakes the shot. Walks it down to McKinnon. Turnaround opportunity. Popped right over the top of the net. Loose puck. Swept far side comes to Kale. Now Gerard. Dishes off of McKinnon. Wants to try the near side. Back to Gerard it goes, and that pass was tipped away. Maybe one extra there as he tried to find Mikko. Donskoy is in. Shielding with his body away from Rantanen. That puck will roll far side. Kicked up the boards for Burakovsky, and he's got plenty of room to escape should he want to, and he'll sweep it up and out.
A little bit of a 2-on-1, and Rantanen did just a tremendous job. It was not dangerous in the least.
Yeah, he kept control of Donskoy. Unable to dish was Jonas Donskoy as Blackwell swings it off for goal. Pushed up, comes out of the zone. Dunn was under pressure. Now it's Compher to find Big Val. Good to see Nichushkin back in the lineup. Big hit the far corner as Lozon and JT Compher both crashed into the corner glass, and the Kraken able to steer it out. And more than halfway through period number 1, the Avs strike first on the goal by Obe Kubel. Seattle right back on the power play. Nichushkin was stripped. Here is Compher. Flips it for Nazem Kadri. Sends it to the side of the cage as Grubauer got his paddle on that one. Kicked off. Avs will want to get a change here soon. Seattle leading in shots on goal now 8-5. So the Avs had that, quote, better start than we were looking for. Haven't been able to build on it quite yet. Now back into the near corner. That'll force Taves to the back end on Geeking.
The one thing you're going to notice, and it's part of how they attack, they stay on the puck. Seattle. They make good decisions, you know, when they don't have the puck.
Well, if you don't have a ton of overall scoring talent and that sort of thing, Dave Haxtell says you got to play hard, and you're going to have to continue to play hard to keep us engaged. Johansson is back in, gives it up for Everly, who turned it to the forehand, and the save by Pavel Francouz to bring the whistle and bring another timeout. We got a tie up here on the near side as Soucy and O'Connor were going after it. Marcus Johansson has things even at 1. Kings Sportsbook update, and the yes hits again. Pete, you and I should both be have a boat with a boat that has its own boat, because it just hits all the time.
And here we are. Oh no, I better. Oh, should I? God, we're a pair of little kids.
Well, you know, and I feel bad for Kiefer too, because after he lost his new horse, you know, I think he's a little bit shy about it.
He
but
lost
I'm telling
his
you,
new horse.
Yeah. Well, he won that one bet he made. The new horse that he was able to purchase. I just feel bad for him.
I got to keep up with this stuff.
You do. Well, you need a horse. Kiefer had one for sale. All right, here's Taves. But golly, that yes just hits all the time. McKinnon working it into that Kraken zone. Dishes up. McCarr to the slot. Saved by Grubauer with the blocker, and Taves will jump on it. Swung to the far side by Mikko as Kale awaits. Back down deep. Brandon couldn't handle that one. Up the boards it comes. Rantanen able to dish off for Taves. McKinnon centering pass. Weaving his way now is Burakovsky. Can he get the wrister off? He can, but it's partially deflected. Up the boards, and it comes up and out, and a good shift by the Avs top line and the top pair right there.
Skill-wise, you don't lose much by Burakovsky moving on to this line. But it's just the idea of how that first line just gives you that presence when Landeskog's there.
You're always going to miss him. Appleton with a backhand flip. Easy save for Francouz as it goes to the point and done. One-timer Lozon, and he absolutely fanned on that one as it goes into the trapezoid. Donato cut down by Nichushkin. Here's Val. Headman bump finds Kadri as he absorbed a hit right at the leg. Compher was in pursuit. Kadri still battling on the near side. He's cut down to the ice, and a penalty coming up on the Kraken is going to be a trip. The Avs will get their first power play of the game. Jeremy Lozon is going to go off.
Sure. Let's have a little look here at what's going on this side of this hockey game. Here's a penalty. Man just takes the man down. But McKinnon and McCarr, the most dangerous offensive, defensive pair in the National Hockey League, the two of them together?
I think they have to be, because they're both the very best, and they're so unpredictable.
And they feed off each other. Now, what's interesting, they're both right-handed shots. Usually you like to have one be a left-handed shot, one be a right-handed shot. It doesn't seem to bother them one bit.
just seem to find each other all the time. So the Avs on the power play again. It's their first of the contest. PK for the Kraken. 24th overall in the National Hockey League, as you saw. The Avs power play humming right along at 25%, but that's an icing call as the pass did not connect. Well, let's take a look at these top defenseman duos in the NHL, and there you have it. This is why we continue to say not only are they great offensively, and you see the numbers, but they're also both very good defensively as well.
And to me, now you got to look at Tampa Bay. They've won 2 cups, so you know, all more power to them. But as far as just watching 2 guys light it up, I like the Avs guys.
I do too. Here comes McKinnon now on the slingshot. Got around Gordon, Rantanen with a dangling move, threw it in the slot, but an easy turnout there by Larson, as that pass failed to find its mark. Avalanche 45 seconds into their first power play chances. Chattery will try the left wing. Jams it far side. Wide open was Rantanen. Mikko sets up Kale. Back to Rantanen in the corner. McCarr to McKinnon. A dangle move. Tried to get the shot off. Kraken do a good job to stay with the play, and it's whipped up and out by Donskoy all the way down the ice. So the second unit will get an opportunity. No shots on goal yet for the Avs on this power play. It's bumped for Burakovsky as he will fly into the Kraken zone. Newhook had it go in his skates, trying to stay with that one. Nichushkin joined the mix, but it's bounced up to the point there and kicked up and out by the Kraken. Nice job by Wenberg. Under 30 seconds to go. Girard finds the wing. Sweeps that puck. Dano a 2-hand shot. Went off the skate. Right to Yanni Gordon comes. And that's going to just about do it for this Avalanche power play. Again, 0 shots on goal on the power play chance. And that's not exactly how you wanted to respond after the Kraken scored a power play goal of their own. Fired ahead for Nichushkin. Out of the box comes Lozon. Ripped around to the far side. Avs keep it in. On the stick of Newhook. A turnaround shot just wide. And it's popped away from Val. Gord gives it off, and Dunn will settle things down as the Kraken complete a change. Gets through Everly. Eric Johnson was waiting, but Byron missed that one. A poke in front of his own penalty box. That puck is loose to center ice. Johansson works it in. The circle, cross ice pass, bump, redirected just wide, and that was great puck movement by the Kraken. Headman pass finds Helm, his head is down. Takes a hit as he lobs the puck in. It goes into the netting. It will take a break. 3:56 to go, period number 1. We are all knotted up at 1. The Ball Corporation, and we talk about Devon Toews and the kind of year that he's having. I don't know if people even believe us, Pete.
You don't? They absolutely don't. All I ever get is, you're talking too much about him. I said, how many games he played? I don't know, 35? 20. Look, read, you know, and the thing about it is the team just plays. When he and McCarr are out there, it's magical at times. How quickly they move the puck, how they read off each other, how they make big plays, simple plays, and they'll come up with big goals.
Also smart defensively. Jared Bednar with high praise for that top pair, and of course, especially Devon Toews in terms of always makes the right decision with the puck. Zone, scoots it for Dunn. Carr tried to pinch on the far side. Donato desperately tries to clear, and does. Now for Kale. Lead pass on the stick of Cadden. Awesome Cadden could not get that shot off as the puck just got off the end of his blade. A quiet ball arena here tonight, especially in comparison to 2 nights ago. Fired ahead, McKinnon's off the bench. Turns it on net, a kick saved by Grubauer as that one's fed off the boards and out. Jack Johnson on the near side, crashed into by Geeky, and the Avs will change up.
What do you think Grubauer would say to the Kraken about McKinnon or the top line? obviously.
Be careful.
But is there something that he ever saw?
On Skoy, weaving his way in. Oh, I'm sure, Pete, all the times in practice, every shot he saw given up by the Avs as Burakovsky had bounced that down low, and the Avs were able to get it out, but that was a very dangerous play. Whipped back in, it eluded Pavel Francouz.
No more, to be perfectly honest, the Avs are back playing that loosey-goosey hockey that we were used to seeing over the course of early parts of these last 5 games.
Yeah, everybody seems sort of just a little bit, that's what I'm looking for, off right now.
Well, I think the idea is that that last game was just so crackerjack, and you were in big trouble in that game. You did not the ante. And when they did,
you can't manufacture that emotion. Byram had McCann on him. He got knocked down. Kraken with the puck. Eberle sends it in front, looking for Johansson, and he was tied up by Bo and Byram, who recovered. Bo's got it now. Dumps it into the Kraken zone to McDermott. Steaming on Susan. Up it comes for Johansson. He'll turn it up the boards, and out it comes. Less than 2 minutes now to go in period number 1. It's a 1-1 hockey game. Avs struck first, and the Kraken get even on the power play. Saves to McKinnon. Feeds it ahead for Rantanen. Tried to go back to McKinnon, and the Kraken read that play very, very well. Again, the forecheck is key to Seattle's success. Mikko back in. Tried a little shimmy move around Dunn, who stayed right with him and made a very good play. That was terrific support by Seattle. Not out of the zone, though, is Taves. Gives it for McKinnon. He'll dangle down deep. A poke check by Dunn. Loose puck, and Seattle's got it. Lazon to the red line. Works his way in from his deep position and could not get the shot off through Cale McCaw. Head off for Rantanen. Didn't get it out of the zone. Kraken want to change in the worst kind of way. Now Taves. Back in center ice, McKinnon. Into the zone for Taves. Drop pass a little bit too fancy there. He could have shot that puck. It's another turnover off the stick of Donato. It goes. You love the unselfish nature of things, but again, Avs had a chance there with 40 seconds now left in this period. Kadri takes command. Challenged, and down he goes. Gerard just inside of his line. Bats it ahead for Burakovsky. High off the glass goes Grubauer, and it eludes Byram out of the zone. Here's Burakovsky to find his defenseman. Up for Kadri. Can the Avs get one more shot off? Larson with a good challenge on the near side. Puck is eaten right at the hashes with 2 to go and 1, and that will do it for the first period of play here at Ball Arena. It's a 1-1 hockey game, but I would say the word I would use so far a little bit uninspired.
it was better early. It was late. Things seemed to calm down. There were some good plays early. I thought there was some good jump, but then it kind of established that we're waiting for you to get the game going.
Absolutely. At the end of one period of play here at Ball Arena, it's the Avalanche 1 and the Seattle Kraken 1. And you're watching Colorado Avalanche hockey on Altitude. Coming up after the break, stay tuned. You've got Kyle and Riker in JML. They've got highlights and much, much more with the intermission reports.
In the books from Ball Arena right here in downtown Denver. Second meeting of the year between the Kraken and the Avalanche. The Avs, 7 goals first time they met. Tonight, just 1. We'll get there. 6 minutes in, that third line is out there, and Newhook has got wheels, and he's got O'Connor. They hook up, and Abe Kubel says, I'll do the rest.
What a play by Newhook, folks. Watch him come to the center of the ice. Hang on to that puck. Challenge the defenseman. Causes chaos. Everybody's got to go in and help. And then Logan O'Connor. Beautiful pass across. Look at Newhook there. LOC kind of catches him in, but he gets it. And Abe Kubel back to the net. Workman-like goal by the third line. Great way to start this game.
The one sore spot, or at least topic for the Avs right now, is the penalty kill. 28th in the National Hockey League. Here they take a penalty and they get beat. It's Marcus Johansson right in front.
Yeah, the penalty kill needs to find their swagger, find their mojo, find their something, because everything is going against them. Big changes, and right here, look at this one-touch pass. That's pretty sweet. Shot on it, you got a man all alone. That deflection, that is unstoppable. That puck went from 40 miles an hour down to 2. Nothing Francouz can do. Nice looking jersey. But that's all I can say.
Oh, okay. So a couple times, Riker, we've seen the Avs kind of come through the circles. Maybe a few too many passes. They had some scoring opportunities, but they didn't take them.
This seems to be the new MO. Hey, guys, whatever you do in the first period, do not shoot the puck. We don't like scoring chances. We don't want any rebounds. Make at least 14 passes, and on the 15th one, then take the shot. So far, they've only hit about 10, 11. Haven't even got to 14, but it's every period. Every game, the first period they get pretty, and then they go inside, go, okay, what are you doing, guys?
Yeah.
Then they come out, start getting onslaught of shots, and take over the game. So either way, just another pretty period. 5 or 6 good scoring chances. Decided to make the extra pass. Not gonna work.
Yeah. Well, time to put on the boots and the hard hats. Grab the lunch pail.
Shoot the puck.
Let's go to work.
Come on, 20 shots, and you're gonna bury him in this period.
All right, we'll step aside. Up next, more on the first period here from Ball Arena. We're in a tight one. 1-1 with the Kraken. Continues from Ball Arena. 19 shots, a couple of goals were knotted at 1. Hey, everybody here at Kroenke Sports. Want to continue to support all those impacted by the Marshall fires. You can help just by scanning that QR code on your screen for ways to donate and help those affected by this terrible tragedy, local businesses, homes. You can also text the Red Cross and the Salvation Army with the numbers shown right there on the screen as well if you want to help out and donate. We appreciate it. All right, up next, we will chat with Nicholas Aube-Kubel, plus an update on our pregame bets. 20 minutes, 1-1. Knack, O'Connor, and Newhook also with the assists. Right now, here's Rachel with Nicholas Aube-Kubel.
So, Aube, a little bit of tic-tac-toe action there from that third line. Coach Bednar said your forecheck, your game overall was brilliant Saturday night. What's working for you right now?
I don't know, you got to be intense, and good bounce will come to you. On that last goal, we had a shift, long shift in our D zone, and then once we got the puck, we went in the O zone and scored. So you got to just capitalize on those bounces.
And a great work there from the line as a whole. Logan O'Connor, Alex Newhook, and yourself. What is that chemistry like right now?
I really like playing with those guys. They're so fast. Yeah. I mean, they're a really good player. Yeah, they're fun to play with.
Thank you so much, Aube. Good luck here in the middle frame.
Thank you.
All right, here's an update on tonight's points bet minute. We only got a goal, so we got some work to do. McKinnon and Rantanen each to score. Hopefully, second period is a charm. Makar with a couple of points. I took Makar just any point. Plus, I'm giving those odds. And then the money line. Woo. Yeah, let's go. So, Riker, that brings me to my point. We've had some dramatic wins here. There was the 4-1 win. There was the 7-1 win. The other night, Devon Toews. Got to get some energy going here right now.
Yeah, that period stunk. The Avalanche were not sharp. They missed passes. They had an icing on a power play. You're going to score 7 goals, but come out and do it. Don't even think about losing this game. You got a President's Trophy. You got home ice advantage. These are the games you have to win. Wait till you go into Calgary and some other hostile environments, into Nashville tomorrow. Those are tougher wins. But at home, you won 11 in a row. Come on, come out and play like the best team in the NHL. Not that period there. They sunk to Seattle's level, and if you do that, you can't win any hockey games. So they're still going to score 7. Let's get on the horse. Let's get it.
Well, you go from Toronto, really good,
yes,
all the flashy
big emotional
names,
game, right?
Back to Seattle.
So be a pro, raise the level, let's go. Yeah. Win this game and get it on now.
You think that there's some conversations right now in the locker room that says, okay, guys, that's
they
enough
tapped
of that.
us right into the locker room again. I just got word.
Oh, good.
So they're ready.
Good.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Come on, guys, go get it.
All right, thanks for watching the Intermission Report. Avs and the Kraken, second period is next.
DraftKings Sportsbook. Bet live now with the only top-rated sportsbook app that matters. First Bank. For over 56 years, First Bank has always rooted for the home team. First Bank. Banking for good. Member FDIC. And by Wind River Spas. Built in Colorado since 1978. Seattle in town for the only time this season. Back inside Ball Arena with Peter McNabb. I'm Mark Mosher. The Avs and Kraken tied at 1 as we get ready for period number 2. And one thing Seattle is making sure of, Peter, Nathan McKinnon is not going to kill them tonight.
Well, Nathan McKinnon, you watched last game, 12 shots on goal. He was everywhere. But every time you see the puck for Seattle, one guy's going at him, and then another guy's going at him. They are really making it hard for him to make any of those really quick, sort of deadly plays that he can make. And they've done a nice job. And they got to get full marks for that first period defensively.
And you asked me maybe what Grubauer would tell his teammates.
Yeah.
And that's it. Do not give this guy space because he will make you look silly. So they've had extra special attention on number 29 here tonight. And here we go. McKinnon is out with Rantanen and Burakovsky, who's in Landeskog's spot this evening. Makar and Taves in the back end. Seattle wins the draw to begin period number 2. Here are the Geico stats. For bundling made easy, go to geico.com. Flung back ahead by McKinnon. That missed everything. Makar chased by Johansson. He comes up the boards. Turnaround shot. Went right into Devon Taves' gut. That's a shot saved by Francouz. Larson steered it toward the slot, and it never got through to the front of the Avalanche net. And now the Avs a little bit disjointed in their own zones. That one comes up and out. Burakovsky had a stick shot. Rams that puck rink wide, but the Avs will need a change. And again, when the top line spins their first shift to the second period inside their own zone, it's not where you want them to be. Girard. Lead pass right to Kadri. Bodied off that puck, and a good play by the Kraken. Fended at either side as Girard had cut in. Steers it off. Bowen Byram settles the puck down. Was run at by Yarncroke. Gives it back now for Comfort. Wrist shot. Save. Actually, I'm sorry, it did not get to Grubauer. It was cut down by the Kraken. And Soucy, and he's got it. In the Avs zone, Yanni Gourde. That is swept away. Yarncroke chopped at that puck. Goes off a skate. Ripped off for Giordano. And a bomb there. Missed the net. And he got a lot of that one. All the way to the point for Oleksiak, and he tied up Kadri trying to get out of the zone, and a penalty is coming up on the Kraken. It's going to be an interference call, and when Jamie Oleksiak wants to step in front of you, Pete, at 6'7" and 260, he's going to be able to do it.
You're stepped in front of. No question about it.
Seattle, number 24, 2 minutes for interference.
And so there you have it. The Avs will get their second power play of the game as Steve Kazari makes that call.
All of these guys, obviously, majority of them come through the expansion draft. I was surprised Oleksiak was available. You know, every team had to make decisions. Every team had to make tough decisions. But he is big, tough, physical. I think for Seattle, they were thrilled.
The Avs did not have a shot on goal in their first power play opportunity. So they could turn it around tonight and right now especially. Sent back into the Avs zone. Walk up the boards. Drop it off now for McKinnon. He'll spin away from the forechecking Riley Sheehan the best he can. Cale Makar. Feeds it ahead. McKinnon had to go off his blade. He'll chug after that puck on Larson. Wrapped up the boards, and it hops through Makar, and now he'll have to turn on the Jets as Donskoy close the gap quickly. Here's Cale. Again for Kadri. Avs want to get set up with the top unit. Have not been able to do it quite yet. Now they are. JT Comfort spinning away, seeking refuge behind the net. Kadri on the far side. Cale bumps it. Shot stopped. Comes far side. Quick shot by Kadri and a save by Grubauer. Got his blocker on it. Watch out. The Kraken can get numbers. Yanni Gourde is in. He's got Donskoy in the slot, and his stick was lifted at the last second by Rantanen. The Avs trying to turn the favor the other way. McKinnon to Kadri. Far side. Dumped in front, and Nichushkin could not get the redirect away from the stick of Mikko Rantanen. And the rest of the second unit will come onto the ice. One shot on goal so far. The Avs down to 35 seconds to go in this power play.
And for Nichushkin, it's great to see him back in the lineup. How healthy is he going to be? What is that injury that kept him out of the lineup?
Yeah, they said it was an aggravation of a previous one. He had a wrist injury, of course, and he's going to be a little bit rusty. Here is Burakovsky. Power play down to the final 15 seconds. He blew a tire and fell down. Kicked up to the point for Taves. Burakovsky back on his skates, but limping a little bit. Seems to be okay. Power play time running out. Quick centering pass, and that's shoveled over the top of the net by Newhook. Out of the box comes Oleksiak as the Kraken turn it ahead. It's Yarncroke. Calle Yarncroke with a centering pass, and his shot deflected up into the net as Taves recovered just in time on Wenberg.
But one of the things we talk about, and it's so impressive, is Mikko Rantanen, 4 assists the other night. I mean, you can be a little lax defensively. He never is. Look at this. I mean, that's just a really good defensive play. If he doesn't make that play, Donskoy walks in and maybe he gets, makes it 2-1. But he is a hound dog coming back.
Just that little baby stick lift right there at the right time. Tyson Jost leaning in to take the draw. Here's Kiki leaning in for Seattle. Got really wide, but couldn't win it for them. Jost finds Logan O'Connor. Trapped just inside the line, and we have a whistle and an offside play. Hey, come join the Colorado Mammoth for the most tropical night of the season. The Loud House giving fans a little taste of summer with a beach party on January 29th as the Mammoth take on the Vancouver Warriors. Dust off those flip-flops, throw on some board shorts, and break out those Hawaiian shirts for a showdown on the turf. Just go to ColoradoMammoth.com for your tickets today, and that sounds like a perfect Peter McNabb.
Oh,
you are the king of flip-flops.
If I can make it, I got 50 shirts anyway to choose from.
I think I've seen them probably all at one point or another in my lifetime. And you and your shorts, I tell you.
It's not pretty, but that's the way it goes.
It's about comfort. Built for comfort, not for speed. Donato just threw it up the teammate's leg. Great stop there by Francouz at point-blank range. Larson with a long wrister deflected wide, and that hit Donato in the glove. He was shaking his hand. Seems to be okay. He's stripped by Tyson Jost, and now Appleton wants to body up. The last time these two teams met was back on November 19th in Seattle. The Avs blew out the Kraken by a final score of 7-3. The tempo of this game tempered down certainly from that one. Carr saw Eberle coming. Score! A shot from McCann at the hashes. He just fired it to the front of the net, and it somehow eluded Pavel Francouz to give the Kraken a 2-1 lead. For McCann, that'll be his 14th of the season, and he caught everyone by surprise.
Caught him by surprise, but why?
He just threw it through traffic to the front of the net.
But did it hit something? Puck comes across. Oh, no, it just leaks through, I think.
It went through the legs of McKinnon.
Yeah.
Right up top.
Okay, now the Avalanche. You go back to these last 4 wins that they've had, Moshe, and they're very impressive. Game-winning goal against Anaheim, 58-minute mark. Chicago overtime. Winnipeg 27-minute mark. They won that one handily. And then last game again in overtime, 60+ minutes. So they're not running away with games.
Rantanen gives it back to McKinnon. He's stripped, gets it back and shoots. It's deflected over the top. Mikko tried to push it off the side of the cage as he was stood up there by Alexiak. So McCann, unassisted goal at 4:49. Again, his 14th of the year as the Kraken on top 2-1. Interesting stat this season. This is the Avs' 3rd back-to-backs of the year. And they'll play many more coming up here. But in game 1 of the back-to-backs this season, the Avs are 0-2. In game 2 of the back-to-backs, they're 2-0, which is counterintuitive. Kadri down the slot with it, and it hit Girard on the backside and ricocheted wide. Sent up top by Chushkin. Good stick there by Donskoy as Francouz flies out the play. 6 minutes into period number 2. Kraken with a 2-1 lead. Turnover by Kadri. Donskoy is right back in through traffic. Susic jammed it off the skate. Easy flag down there for Girard. Ahead for Kadri to the circle with a shot. Kick save by Grubauer, and it's pounded up and out. Avs complete the change in the back end as Eric Johnson brings it in, but the Avs are offside as they couldn't get through the door and off the ice. Jared McCann from the near side boards makes it a 2-1 game. In the action presented by PetSmart as we check in downstairs with Kyle Keefe.
Yeah, Motion, this one might even take your breath away. There's all kinds of numbers out there, stats. You can find just about anything. This one right here is almost mind-blowing. The Avalanche in points per game, they got the 1, 3, 5, and 7 spot in the entire league. Look at some of those names: Connor McDavid, Draisaitl, Ovechkin. But how about number 3, guys? Nazem Kadri right there at 1.57. That is insane what the Avs are doing right now.
It really is, as the Avs bring it in. Drop pass intended for McDermott. A turnaround chance. Saved by Grubauer, and it got off his blocker to the far side. Thank you, Kiefer. We'll get back to that momentarily. Long wrist shot, never got through. Cut down by the Kraken. Turnover. Slip through Newhook, though. Push to the far side. On it is Gourde. Challenged by Aube-Kubel. The Avs have 6 players, Pete, averaging a point a game or better. That's tops in the National Hockey League, and they have a few others hovering right around that mark or just under that mark. And that's incredibly impressive.
Well, Moshe, it's why the last game against Toronto, it's 3-0, 4-1, and there was no offensive panic. It wasn't like, well, we've never done this before. We can't come back in a situation like this.
Of course, back against the best. Right now, though, the Seattle Kraken have the lead as McCarr laid a lick on Geekie. Dished off to Kale. Brown really reacted to that one. Now Appleton hits McCarr. Puck back to the Seattle zone. McKinnon turns it up top now for Kale. Walks in. McCarr shoots. Deflected, and it never got through. And that stung Soucy in front. Cut down by Taves. Avs don't play that puck. Would have been too many men. Appleton now. Scoots it deep. Waiting Donato. At the point, Larson reverses it. Picked off by Cale Makar. He'll find the glass in an angry fashion. Given off for McKinnon. Weaving his way down the slot. Stood up and ridden off by Giordano. You don't see that very often.
That was really well done by Giordano.
He's back into the play center. He passes it. A save by Francouz. On the one-timer by McCann, who got a lot on it. Bumped up ice by the Avs, but good back-checking there by the Kraken. They had 4 guys flying back to their own blue line to take it away.
Seattle knows this is the kind of game that they have to play, have to stay with, have to try to win.
Seattle back to the near side with it. Here's Logan O'Connor, who is waiting. Slips it through Alexiak and gives chase. Nichushkin shows up on the scene. Kadri bumps it to the top of the circles, but nobody home. Dunn. With the fine Wenberg. Avs misplayed that one. Dunn walking in, cross-ice shot. What a save by Francouz! My goodness! Dumped off by Sheehan, kicked out in front, loose puck, and it comes to Gerard. And Pavel Francouz just made a brilliant save to keep this a 2-1 game. Wow!
Moshe, when that went across, I went, okay, now we're down by 2, and he just flies across.
That's what was flashing through my brain as well, Pete. Donskoy on the move, picked up by Byram and rubbed right off. Bowen Byram's use of his body since his return from injury has been superb. Here comes Newhook in. Wanted to scoot it off for Burakovsky, but again, you see the Kraken defensive play. Everybody just collapsing upon the puck carrier. Chopped away. Another turnover. Yarncrook is in. Wants to dish off, and a great play by Makar. A sliding back pump check. Aube-Kubel eluded a man. Flips that puck through center ice. Avs sitting on 11 shots on goal in this game. Only 2 in this period. Nathan McKinnon had 12 shots on goal in Saturday night's game against Toronto alone. Mikko Rantanen is cut down to the neutral zone as Donato gets away from the back check. Tried to feed it off. Avs take a swing at that puck. Turned off a couple of bodies. It's gloved out of the slot and picked up by McKinnon. And here he comes. Nathan McKinnon down the left wing. A scissor move through the top of the circles. Gives it up into the slot. And Aube-Kubel was stripped. Up top, McKinnon one-timer. Saved by Grubauer. Rebound McKinnon. Slides it in front. Saved by Grubauer, and he'll jump on top. McKinnon got cut down. Grubauer's got the puck, and we'll take a timeout. 9:15 to go in the second period. Still a 2-1 Kraken lead. Toyota stores donate $100 to youth hockey. And tonight, we feature the Boulder Hockey Club 14 and under AA team. They currently sit in third place with a 7-5-1 record in Kaha League play. One of their players' families lost their home in the Boulder fires. And all of his hockey equipment has been replaced through Toyota, the Avs, and Pure Hockey. Fantastic. To learn more about youth hockey in Colorado, please visit co.hockey.
Well, for Nathan MacKinnon, what he's trying to do is drag everybody along. You take MacKinnon out of the equation here offensively, and the Avalanche really aren't doing a whole lot. But MacKinnon he's driving, he's getting the puck, he's getting the opportunities. And sooner or later, it's just going to be too much because he is, I mean, Moshe, when he's going like this, something's going to happen.
It looked like he got tripped at the end there, as Lozon got that left skate into his right skate and knocked him on his tail. No call, though. Rantanen leaning into the circle. This is typically where your Gabe Landeskog would take that draw.
Sure.
In that far circle. The linesman continues to jaw. He's kicking Rantanen out of the face-off. MacKinnon has a quick conversation with Burakovsky. Avs with only 4 shots on goal in this period. The Kraken have 5. Off the draw, shot wide by Burakovsky. That's what MacKinnon was talking about. Said, be ready. It's coming right to you. Spun around the boards. Eberle challenged by Burakovsky again. MacKinnon had it poked away. Set through Girard. He comes up and out of the zone. A little bit of a hot potato there. Nazem Kadri and Nathan MacKinnon have 8 combined shots tonight. The rest of the team with only 5. So it shows you where the heavy lifting has been coming from. Eberle just bangs it up and out. An easy icing call for the linesman.
Let's go back to the face-off. You know, as you said, Landeskog takes a lot of the draws for the Avalanche. Left-handed draw, the face-off to the right of the goaltender. That's very, very common, that left-handed guy. But, you know, as you mentioned it, he just keeps coming. 29. You know, that there's not a lot going on right now. The Avalanche are down by a goal.
To the half boards.
Or is this, it's not this 3 goals, 4 assists nights. It's these nights that make you an MVP.
Absolutely. And just making that one play.
Yep.
Valenchuk to the point with it. Taves will find Makar. A shimmy move and a shot. Off the glass it goes. Kadri left his luggage at the train station there, and the Kraken able to send it up and out. Approaching 8 minutes to go here in period number 2. That outlet pass was broken up by Seattle, but pushed ahead by Cale. Avs cannot get it deep as Susi turns it right back out. Donato had it banged away. Chipped off. Here's Geekie in. Morgan, Geekie down deep in front, and he couldn't quite get it to the tape of Appleton in time. That could have been a goal for Seattle. Avs may have dodged one there. Banged up for Susi. At the point, Larson. Nowhere to go but back down low. Geekie knocked himself down on the near side. Up to the point again, Susi. Finds the inboard. Loose puck into the slot where Makar will send it off the glass and out. Good shift by the Kraken right there. Outlet finds Donskoy. Hustles his way into the zone and pokes it wide of the net. Stuffed by Jost. It's loose. Sheehan's got it. Now Donskoy through the trapezoid. Dunn. Off the leg and wide. Avs caught chasing in their own end here a little bit. Makar and Taves have been out there for an awfully long time. Even though the Avs were able to clear it recently, they couldn't get the change on the back end. Finally they can, as Comfort's able to push it to the Kraken zone. That puck goes right off of JT Comfort. To the point, it's fed for Jack Johnson. Finds Eric Johnson. The counter with a bomb, and a save by Grubauer. He flashed out and cut down that angle. This is Jack Johnson hovering. Out to EJ. A long wrist shot never got through. Out of the corner, Newhook, a turnaround shot, very crafty, but a save by Grubauer. Avs keep it alive to Jack Johnson. Feeds EJ on the far side. He'll turn that puck into the bottom of the circle. Shoots, saved by Grubauer, battles throws it away. Tyson Jones couldn't quite get it behind the cage, and out comes Seattle. Lindbergh will dump it in and give chase himself. 6 minutes to go in the second. Off the bench is Blackwell. Quick shot there and a save by Francouz as Giordano let it fly. Avs still find themselves at the wrong end of a 2-1 score. Time for tonight's Taco Bell take. And here we go, the comparison between the two newest expansion franchises.
What's the biggest comparison that we should look at? Record, how they're working their way into the fabric of the franchise is working its way into the city.
Well, they've been obviously very well received in Seattle.
Right.
Every game massively sold out. People love the team up there. Pete, I don't know that you can make a comparison just because Vegas, I mean, they went to the Stanley Cup final in their inaugural season.
Yeah. I mean, Moj, I could write a thesis on how impossible that was. No, it wouldn't be.
I'll tell you what's interesting is sent up top. Alexia, well, yeah, thesis. Score! It was deflected by Colin Blackwell, who pops it past the glove hand of Francouz. And all of a sudden, the Kraken have a 3-1 lead. Oh, boy.
Puck goes back to the point. Now, this is one of those plays with the big guy, Francouz, is a right-handed catching goaltender, and the puck just kind of dips down below.
It's interesting because it looked like it went into the ice, straight down, and then bounced off the pad. Yeah.
And then just popped up in behind. Now, Moshe, this is the kind of goal that is great for Seattle. They're saying, okay, guys, we're not winning a lot of games. Ruby's got, this is a game for Ruby right now. That's really play hard for him.
It was a really, really good actual double deflection is what it was. Colin Blackwell able to pound that puck into the ice and get it to ricochet back up. Alexia with the first assist, Gord with the second assist. It goes back to Grubauer.
By the way, very few players can do that on purpose. You just touch it and you get what you get.
I'll tell you this too, Pete, when you're talking about the expansion after the turnover, tipped ahead. I think every general manager in the National Hockey League learned from the Vegas expansion. And they were saying to themselves, we are not going to let that happen again. Sent far side. Now centering pass. Kubel had it tipped away. He's got the Avs' only goal tonight. The Avs led 1-0 at the 5:50 mark of the first period. His third of the year, but they have nothing to show for it since.
That first goal really hasn't come in too handy in this first 5 games for the Avs.
Gerard was cross-checked down to the ice by Giordano. Kadri's into the mix. Up the boards he comes. Turns it back down through Byram. Here's Big Val. Pinned along the inboards by Giordano. Veteran defenseman still holding on to the Chushkin, who whacks at that puck. Tip through Kadri. It's a foot race as Donskoy has it on the backhand. He's chopped down. His physical play starting to pick up. Kadri cut to the ice. Logan O'Connor takes a hit. Off the bench is Jost. Stick handles into the trapezoid. Avs completing their change. Gerard feeds it off for Byram. Up top for Jost. Ran right into traffic. Had to give it up. Byram with a long wrist shot. Save. Rebound. It's smothered by Grubauer as he puts his catching glove right on top.
Well, if there's been one difference so far offensively, the Avs and Seattle have both had a fair number of shots at the net, and the Avs have not, deflected the puck as well as Seattle. Seattle has made a couple of really nice deflections, nice plays.
So the number one deflector is out of the lineup in COVID protocol. And Gabe Landeskog is so good at it in so many different ways, and when you miss 92, you miss more than just his play.
I mean, the words that he would say.
McKinnon with a one-timer wide of the net. Sorry about that, Pete.
No, between periods would not be, printable, but
I'm sure he would have everybody's attention. Andy Gord drops it off. McKinnon made that play. He's able to sweep it away from Blackwell. Here's Mikko. Jousting with the arm crook. Blackwell staying with it. Done by Dunn over the glass and into the stands on the near side. Well, Avalanche fans, game time means it's mountain time, and if you're with us here tonight, it must be game time. So get your mitts on a case of this cold, crushable lager. There should be a mountain time in your hand. Well, I love this, Pete. You look at the history of hockey in Seattle.
You know, I was around. You see 58 to 75? That's when my dad was in New Westminster and Vancouver in the old Western Hockey League. And the Totems were arch rivals. And, you know, I would go down with Dad. We would bust down, go across the border. It was, like, so cool.
It was probably a big trip for a little kid. Burakovsky sweeping in, shoots. What a kick save. Rebound, score! Grubauer made the first save, but he could not make the second save. Nicholas Aube-Kubel with his second goal of the night. And the Avs get back within one. It's now a 3-2 game. Burakovsky was the one to pressure the issue.
Yep, I was wondering he'd stay on side, absolutely. And then he just stayed with it. 16 right here. Pumps at it once, it's going in. And for the Colorado Avalanche, with 3 minutes to go in this second period, that is huge. That's every bit as big a goal as McCarr's goal last game that made it 4-2 against Toronto.
That pinballing puck eventually went off a Kraken player and by Grubauer. The Avs will take it. Nicholas Aube-Kubel has all the goals for the Avs tonight. Turnover. Newhook couldn't get it to the forehand. Burakovsky can. And we have a whistle.
Here we go.
The Avs are going to be short-handed. It's going to be a hook on Nicholas Aube-Kubel. So he scores 2 goals tonight, then draws, or then I should say takes a penalty.
Driving towards the net. We've seen a lot of the goals in tonight's game, guys. Just finding that puck in around the crease, in around the scoring area. There haven't been, by any stretch of the imagination, the fancy-dancy plays we saw last game.
Well, the Avs have to be good here, because as they had the puck in the Kraken zone, Aube-Kubel went into the corner and got the stick around the waist of Giordano, and it didn't seem like that big of egregious a play there, Pete, but here it is.
Somebody said a weak call. I said, really? That's yes, I would agree.
Got the stick on the hip, but that's about it. Seattle on the night is 1 for 1 on the power play. Turned down to the top of the crease where it's gloved by Francouz. And again, we talk about this Avalanche penalty kill coming into tonight's contest. 28th in the NHL, 29th at home. They've now allowed a power play goal in 21 games this season. That's second worst in the NHL behind Arizona.
Yeah, and no matter how you paint it, at some point it is really going to hurt. It has to get better.
Yarncroke in the far circle. Given up by Taves as Johansson's got a stick on it. Swung to the point in Eberle. Run by Nichushkin. It's good to have Nichushkin though back into the lineup. Centering pass deflected away by Yarncroke. Quick shot by Eberle, and that missed the net. McCann funnels it straight away. Long wrist shot off of Eric Johnson. He'll backhand it up and all the way down.
Yeah, it's tough for us to figure. You like Johnson? Taves is very good, it seems, at killing the penalties. Nichushkin, Jost, Comfort.
Logan O'Connor's got 4 shorthanded points this season. He's on the ice.
Right, but somehow it's just not working right now.
Johansson to Eberle. The puck skipped through everyone. Good job by Jack Johnson. He wastes no time. Left off by Grubauer. Kraken's second unit coming on. Down to a minute to go in the penalty to Aube-Kubel. Yanni Gourde sends it up ice off Donato. Now it's Gourde tipping it through the trapezoid. Avs get to it. Steered up for O'Connor. He'll work it through center ice. Turns on the Jets to the forehand with a shot saved by Grubauer, and he was almost crossed up by the kid. Donato flies back in, gives it into the slot, and Appleton runs right into Francouz, and a penalty coming up on the Kraken, and now we have some pushing and shoving. Everybody getting angry down there. O'Connor and Gourde still going at it along the end glasses. The linesman Alfonso tries to separate them.
Well, there's going to be a penalty, no question about that, on Seattle.
But what's going to be tacked on?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the question. There's O'Connor. He's had a very adventurous couple of weeks. And the Avs return to action.
As we look at the replay here, Moshe, I can make you a case that 13 and 25 are the two most valuable players the Avalanche had as they move forward. They were third and fourth line players. They are now second and third line players. Brendan Saad was that player that they wanted to sign. $4.5 million. Nope, it wasn't going to work. Donskoy, $4.1 million. No, it wasn't going to work. So they were able to use these guys, and now they've been excellent at total 3.5. So now you've got about $6 million towards a cap that's moving at closer and closer to the trade deadline. Huge for the Avalanche.
Yeah, so Joe Sakic will have some options financially should he want to exercise that. Well, a lot of minor penalties have been handed out after Appleton ran into Philip Grubauer.
See now, motion.
Philip Grubauer. Again, I did it, Pete.
Yeah.
Pavel Francouz.
I love it. You look at this game, completely different than the other games for the Avalanche. The Avalanche, the 4-2 game against Anaheim, boy, they had to come back in that game. That was a pretty interesting hockey game. Chicago overtime, the big play by Makar. Winnipeg, they dominate last game. And now you've got a game that's really just like you're grinding out. Now, if they can find a way to win this one, that's 5-0, and you've won games in every possible way.
A 4-on-4 here for another 25 seconds. Girard shimmies his way up top, sends it down the slot. Soucy got a stick on that one before he got to Grubauer. Again, 2 minor penalties on Seattle, 1 on the Avs. And in 10 seconds, Obey Grubauer is going to be out of the box.
Remaining in the period.
Onto the ice, McKinnon. Onto the ice, Rantanen. Girard tops it off for McKinnon. The Avs are on the power play. Here's McKinnon up the middle. That puck squirts right through to Mikko. Got poke check, but he'll find Bowen Byram. Byram uses his legs, created separation. McKinnon down low for Mikko. Challenged by Soucy. It's wrapped up to the point, and here's Byram. Swings it off for Cale Makar as he walks the line. Challenge was Makar. Finds Mikko down deep, and the Kraken right now are everywhere on this PK. Time winding down, 25 to go in the period. McKinnon saucers it up in Cale. Feeds it off for Byram. Could the Avs get one more good kick at the can? Byram into the circle. Sends it right through Rantanen. It'll rim up and comes out of the zone. Oh, man. Flung ahead for McKinnon. Wants to spring himself, but picked up there by Lauzon. Just 3 seconds to go in the period, and that will do it here at Ball Arena. Makar can't get the shot off. So the Avs will have 38 seconds to go on the power play when we begin period at number 3. But until then, they've got to think about trailing after 40 minutes of hockey to Seattle.
And what did we say that when they played against Anaheim? They had never trailed in one. Well, now they've done that. They know that this has been an amazing 4 games. They know they can come back from down 3-0, down going into the third period. Other team scores the first goal. All of these things, they've worked.
Absolutely. After 2 periods of play here at Ball Arena, it's the Kraken 3, the Avs 2. You're watching Avalanche Shotgun Altitude. After the break, stay tuned. Kyle, Riker, and JML have it all for you with the Toyota Intermission Report.
Your Front Range Toyota stores and the epic 2022 Toyota Tacoma. Toyota, the official vehicle, Colorado Avalanche. Well, kind of a choppy game here tonight. Kraken doing a good job of containing this high-powered Avalanche offense. Right now, they got the lead, 3-2 with just 20 minutes to go here at Ball Arena. All right, so not a great start to the second period. Kraken just taking what the Avs giving them. Jared McCann, watch this shot from a ridiculous angle. And Frankie can't find it, and it's 2-1.
The puck has eyes right here. That's why you throw everything on net. What the Avalanche aren't doing is what that goal was, Kyle. Just throw it on net and good things happen. And the Avs are still just not putting enough towards the net.
Well, 10 minutes later, more from Seattle. Colin Blackwell He's just going to head to the net, and Alexiak up top finds him, and he's right there for the redirect. It's 3-1.
Great deflection right here. This is what the Avs love to do. Throw it on net. There's a great look at that. That is down and up and over. No chance for Kubel. Everything tonight has been a deflection for Seattle, and they're really just kind of taking it to the Avs because the Avs are flat. They're rusty. They're not into the game, not getting shots on net, and I'm a little bit worried.
Well, they would climb back here. It's a greasy goal, and it's going to be Abe Kubel just heading to the net, rebound, and he gets it to go for his second of the night.
Okay, case in point, look how simple this is. Stay onside. Great job right there. Throw it on net, get the rebound, and boom. Abe Kubel, right spot at the right time. Nice to see him chipping in, setting it up for the All-Stars to win this game for the Avs. That was a big goal right there in the game.
Yeah, you're at a point now where you know you just got 20 minutes. You're not going to, you're not going to put the hammer on these guys. You got to find a way to dig deep. The goals that we've seen, that's how they've came.
And if we know Philip Grubauer, give him under 25 shots in a game, you're in one. I mean, he's going to save the ball. When he was with the Avs, so many games, they didn't let other teams get over 25 shots. Grubauer was phenomenal, but it's when he gets north of that 30, then things start to happen. He gets a little tired. He gets out of his crease a little bit. Some rebounds happen. I'm telling you, Kyle, if they do not get 20 shots in the third period, they may not win this game. I didn't think I'd be saying that forever. 20 shots is too much. Yep. You're going to get lucky breaks. You're going to score 2 or 3 goals in this period. But I mean, I've never seen so much lack of shot potential by these guys. They're holding off on everything. Yeah. How's that for English? I had to dig it out a little bit there, but I found it. You know what I mean?
I knew you were lost.
Johnny's got it.
Yeah. You didn't know where you were going. We'll talk to Johnny about that sentence. Well, we're in for another dramatic finish. We got a 1-goal hockey game with just 20 minutes to go. Right now, it's the Kraken over the Avs, 3-2.
Here's Johnny's Wine Cave.
Well, Johnny, I know that you were flooding your driveway because you've got a rink for your kids out there, and so intermissions may be questionable, but the game that you've seen so far, Riker was sure the Avs were going to come out like gangbusters and put 7 on Seattle, but so far that's not what we've seen. What have you seen so far?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping the Avs are going to come out like gangbusters as well, and it just hasn't happened. Seattle's done a really great job of clogging up the middle. You know, Abe Kubel's first goal that was about the only chance we've seen from the slot, and then Seattle has clogged it up the rest of the time, and it just seems like the Avs are trying to make one extra pass. And you look at their second goal, Burakovsky coming down the wing, puts a shot on the pads, and you've got guys driving to the net. That has to be the recipe for success. Shots from the outside, but guys driving to the net and getting to the interior. That's how the Avs are going to be successful in the third period.
Johnny, I really want to see you open that Johnny Drum over your left shoulder, brand new bottle, looks delicious. So we've been in games like this before, and it's actually really hard to get out of that rut when you're in it. What's being said in this locker room right now to try and just get these guys rolling, because they are flat as a pancake, stuck in the mud tonight?
Yeah, they are a little bit. But I think what you look at is the previous 4 games. The Avs have come back in each of those 4 games. They've been down at one point or another in each of their last 4 games. So they know how to come from behind, especially against a team like Seattle, maybe not the strongest team in the league. The Avs have the firepower. If they can dial up that recipe of if you can get some interior chances, if you can get some shots down the wing and get guys to the net, that's the tough part against a team like Seattle, is they're doing such a great job of clogging up the slot as well as taking away sticks in front of Grubauer that you have to work to get to those scoring areas.
All right, Johnny, we appreciate it. The Avs looking to make it 12 in a row here at home. They've got some work to do, but the comebacks have been there. They've already had 4 comebacks. Can they make it 5? We'll discuss. Got some work to do. Can they dig deep and find a way to make it happen again? Third period is next. Thanks for watching the Toyota Intermission Report. We'll see you after the game.
Fresh for everyone. And by Sondermind. Therapy that works because we make it work for you. Online or in person, go to sondermind.com. downtown Denver on a beautiful January night, getting ready for period number 3 here at Ball Arena. It's the Avalanche trailing the Kraken by a score of 3-2 with Peter McNabb. I'm Mark Mosier, and let's take a look at the Ball Recycle Reel highlights. All the goal scoring tonight from Nicholas Aube-Kubel.
And Moj, what's really important, interesting part of this team is, you know, he comes over from Philadelphia on waivers. He's got a couple of goals. Well, now he goes from 2 to 4. And, you know, you start thinking to yourself, well, can he get to 10? If he gets to 10, nice play by Burakovsky.
They threw it right off the pad, and then that ball, that goal mouth scramble, I should say, the pinballing action,
that's
results off the Kraken player, yeah.
That's where you got to go. You know, because he's not a naturally gifted goal scorer, but he's he is strong, and he is sturdy, and he goes to the front of the net.
And you go hard to the front of the cage, Pete. Good things can absolutely happen as we are ready to get underway here for the third period. The Avs still have 38 seconds left on the power play opportunity. And there is JT Compher to take the draw.
Avs come back to win this game. That's the first 5 games of this little 5 out of 17. They'll have come back in the third period twice. And they'll have found completely different ways to win hockey games. And that, to me, is what I wanted to see during this stretch.
Giordano has it after the draw. Here are the Geico stats for bundling made easy. Just go to geico.com, and there they are right there. Avs with 21 shots on goal. They've got the puck with 25 seconds left. Fired ahead for McKinnon. JT to Kadri with his shot. It's deflected up into the screen as Larson got spun around and just threw his stick into the shooting lane.
Mosh, little change in the power play. Coming right down the gut. Not throwing it back to the guy coming back from the, you know, the behind the play. That was quick passes. So the Avalanche want to have a different look, possibly in this third period.
Yeah, that was attacking up the middle on the pass as opposed to the slingshot. Here's Kadri now, 20 seconds to go, and he's going to be kicked out of the draw yet again. Through 2 periods of play, Naz and Kadri tied with Nathan McKinnon in shots on goal at 4 apiece. Overall, this Avalanche team, as they win the draw, McCarr straight away feeds it off. McKinnon dancing in this circle, sweeps it off for Kale. Back to McKinnon it goes, looks for a shooting lane, dishes off Kadri to McKinnon. Bump from McCarr. No one-timer on the horizon. Far side, Kadri shoots. Oh my goodness, what a save by Philip Grubauer. It's his best of the game as Gord's out of the box. That shot deflected, swept out, and a save by Grubauer again. Goodness. One shot on goal on that power play chance by the Avs. Gord finally peels away with that puck and gives it up for Donskoy. Donskoy in. Challenged by McCarr. Puck is loose to Gord. Waiting at the point now is Alexiak. Here's Yanni Gordon. That one gets through Alexiak and out. That's again the shot situation. Avs 78 shots at the net on Saturday against Toronto. Through 2 periods tonight, they only had 35 total shots at the net.
Just a different energy.
Colin Blackwell, who has the 3rd goal of the game for the Kraken, gave it up to the point. A bouncing puck corralled by McCann. Shoots! Save Francouz. McCann also with a tally here tonight for Seattle. Well, we're going to look back at that Grubauer sprawling save as one of his best of the contest, if not the best, to keep it a 1-goal lead for Seattle. Down to the ice goes Marcus Johansson, and he's injured. It was a collision between the circles, and he's having a difficult time getting up. Let's take a look at what happened as the Avs entered the zone.
I was not watching. You get tied up.
Tied up right there, and he got kicked. He got,
you know, you don't want to laugh. You don't want to laugh, but you kind of gotta. Ouch.
Yeah. Well, there's that save, Pete. Perfect spot for Kadri, and Grubauer made that push. Wow.
Forget that, Mose. They're showing it on the
Ball Arena Vision.
Ball Arena Vision.
The crowd.
Oh, ooh.
Vision Visit Cooney Lexus of Greenwood Village. Come and see why we're Colorado's #1 Lexus dealer for new and certified pre-owned Lexus sales. So the Avs come onto the ice. Got Newhook with Nichushkin and O'Connor, so a different look up front. On the back end, it's Byram and EJ. So a bit of a different look for Jared Bednar, trying to switch things up. Newhook will lean in for the draw against McCann. Scrambled for Donato. And it goes to the Avs zone. Byram. Push out front, shot wide by McCann. Looked like he had half an empty net to shoot at and swept it wide. Bouncing through center ice, he comes back to the Kraken, down to the Avs.
It just looked like he said, oh, there it is right there. And he just shot wide.
EJ to center ice. Here comes Nichushkin in. Now kicks it to his blade and winds into the corner on Dunn. Newhook centering pass goes right off O'Connor's skate. Here's Nichushkin. Shielding with his body to O'Connor. Tipped off. Taves walking in, shoots, and a save by Grubauer. Taves did not get in and get on that puck as much as he wanted.
Where did this puck?
Well, good job by Francouz to challenge. Maybe forced him to shoot it wide.
No, well, he just flat missed it. That was a golden opportunity. But for the Avalanche, it's interesting. Anytime you throw Nichushkin out there on the line, it absolutely changes the dynamics, because you suddenly have the biggest, usually forward on the ice.
Carson Sousa flips it off the glass. That puck comes up and out. Riley Shea scoops through Taves. Behind the net, Renberg couldn't get a stick on it. Soucy rims it around to the near side. Kraken able to locate. It's through Sheehan. Donskoy. Challenged by McKinnon. Off the boards it comes, and Seattle had nobody home at the point as Larson had vacated. And the Avs could get a wholesale change here.
Mosh, I take you back a couple of nights. The energy at this point in that game versus this is where you have to find something. You got to be a pro. You got to find a play. You got to work it so that you get that next goal.
The building was absolutely buzzing for the entire third. Here's Girard, gives it up, walking down Copper, could not settle it off, and a good job by Oleksiak to jump into that passing lane. Rifled up top, it'll escape Byram, and all the way down it comes. Well, who's going to be that guy tonight for the Colorado Avalanche? Landeskog and Compher with the third and fourth goals the other night. Then of course Taves won in overtime.
Somebody was going to receive a pass from the big guy. Tonight, I got no clue.
Dunn. Lost it to Logan O'Connor. Yarncroke pins him along the corner boards. Dunn stripped. The side of the net. Grubauer still trying to get that puck, couldn't do it. Scramble behind the cage, out of the pile comes to Gore. Yarncroke turns it on with the skates, and that puck is back to the Avalanche zone. Gore trying to play catch-up. EJ recognized at the last moment. Jack Johnson weaves his way, had it chopped free. More challenge now, it's Eberle. Eric Johnson staying with it. Ripped around for Donskoy just off the bench. Jack Johnson able to pick him up. Here's Mikko now. Oh, check by Eberle. Donskoy. Run at by a couple of Avs players. Back to Eberle it comes. Larson waiting at the point. He's got the puck. Long wrist shot deflected, and it never got on net. Brennan able to see it. Feeds it off for McKinnon, and he will fly his way into the Seattle zone. McKinnon, far circle with a shot blocker save by Grubauer. On the stick of Larson.
That might be one of those saves where you knew McKinnon, because he made that look awfully easy.
Yeah, he certainly did. And interesting, too, Val Nichushkin was out there skating with McKinnon and Rantanen. Kale. To send it ahead for Burakovsky. That puck hit the linesman, never got on his stick. Headman pass to Donato, and the Kraken are offside. A lot of whistles from the linesman. Now Now a little pushing and shoving in the Avs zone as Donato and Kadri have a conversation. Let's take a look at this puck dribbling through the crease.
Just goes across. And again, for the Avalanche, Seattle, a lot of people there. But here's the one I was saying. That looked like a, sort of a practice save.
Yeah, so they look like he may have had
those comeback wins, Moj. Florida, especially at home. You should see some of the numbers they have at home. St. Louis, how about that one the other night? Wasn't that unreal? They're down 1-0 inside of a minute, and they win 2-1.
Poked dead by Sheehan. Avs able to sweep it away. Kadri trying to get numbers. Burakovsky put the brakes on. Run out there by Sheehan and clubbed down to the ice. Copper made the play. Now Girard with a tornado away from Wenberg. Gives it up. Here's JT Copper. Far circle. Burakovsky finds Girard with a wrist shot. Knocked down in front. Loose puck, and it's poked out by the Kraken, who need a change. Well, good creative play by the Avalanche right there, but so many bodies stacked up in the slot. Just don't know how you get the puck through. Devon Toews bangs it up ice, intended for Aube-Kubel. He shrugged off a check from Lausanne. Yarncroke got hammered. Here's Logan O'Connor in a battle with Dunn. Sweeps it off at Aube-Kubel. Steers it to the point. Toews. Now Kale. McCarr. Deep. Gets away from Lausanne. It's batted up for Toews. Here's O'Connor. Long shot saved by Grubauer. He was screened, but he had the proper position. There's Cale Makar all the way back to his own zone to make that play. Swept through Toews. This will be an icing call on the Avalanche. Sondermind is changing the way people focus on their mental health, because mental health is physical health. Go to sondermind.com. How therapy works.
Just, Moj, you got to remember again, it's another one of those close hockey games for the Colorado Avalanche. Aside from the 7-1 game, where they had 3 goals in each of the second and third periods, they've been close hockey games.
Certainly have, and the Avs have been figuring out ways to win, but they've got to do it again here tonight as Nichushkin tried to hound that puck. Rolls right to McKinnon to the top of the backhand, wide of the net. McKinnon gets it back. He stepped right through Larson. Turnaround shot, save, rebound. Nichushkin at the front of the net got knocked down. It comes up and out of the zone. Well, they have starting to press the issue a little bit, and way out of the cages, Francouz to bang that puck into the neutral zone. Eberle right back in. Wrist shot and a blocker save by Pavel Francouz. Intercepted by Eric Johnson. Mikko trying to help out his defenseman. Chopped away. Geeky ridden right off. He'll stay with it. Up to McKinnon, and now Jack Johnson. Head up ice. Bumps it for Mikko. Top line has been out there for a while, and it's an offside play. 11:52 to go here, period number 3. The Avs still trailing by a score of 3-2, and foul was right on the doorstep.
Like this, I ask myself one question. WWVDD, you know what that means?
Certainly are, Kyle. You look at it right here, Boston hanging on to that number 8 spot, and they had dropped a couple of games that I think that they were not happy with, Pete. It's a real comeback type of mindset tonight for the Bees.
Absolutely, but again, we get back to the fact that we're, how many of these players for the Seattle Kraken club are going to be with the club after the trade deadline? Because this is, I remember so clearly talking with I had good friends that worked for Vegas, and I said, is there any shot your club is going to keep doing this? I said, no shot. We got a game plan. A month later, is there any shot he said, Maxie, one more time you say that, I swear to God. And then he called me up and said, no, we're done. We're in this to win it. And they, it was completely different than they assumed it would be.
That's for sure. Kadri couldn't get that puck through Yarncroke. I mean, once they realized the club they had, it was just going to continue on. Broken stick. Kadri dumped down inside the Seattle zone. Crowd is angry. Hitting starting to pick up as Gord treated to sweep it at the top of the circles toward the front of the net. Now the hitting is really picking up in the Avalanche zone. Banged away with the paddle by Francouz, and out that puck comes across the red line. Avs will get a change. Top line is on. Nichushkin skating right around with McKinnon and Mikko Rantanen. That goes off of Everly, picked up by McKinnon. He's got a head of steam. Up the middle, McKinnon sweeps it off for Val. Nichushkin pops it back toward the corner, and that's read really well there by Yanni Gord. McKinnon right back in. Avs are onside. Drops it for Mikko. Rantanen to Cale Makar. He's got room. Steers it down deep and missed the net. That was a pass. Cale walking in. Shoots. Knocked down in front and hit Susie right in the gut. And he's able to clear it out. Cale gloves it down. He'll bring it right back in. Drops it off. McKinnon hovering. Couldn't get the shot off. Backhanded. Saved by Grubauer. He robs Nichushkin with the right pad. My goodness. Donato is clubbed behind the net. McCann there. Trying to steer it through Appleton. Sent back down the boards. Donato escapes. Chased. Kubel with a body up there. He's got 2 goals on the night for the Avs. Makes the steal. Has Newhook with him as the Avs complete their change. He's flying as Kubel. Ridden off. That one's over the head of EJ. Not enough for an icing call as we've eclipsed the halfway mark of period number 3.
Seattle has done an absolutely outstanding job of separating the Avalanche from the puck. And
Newhook.
Oh.
And Pete, you're right about that. It's been the separation. Here comes Donskoy into the Avs zone, has a man in the slot, delivers, and it's knocked away by Francouz. He got to the puck right as Sheehan did. Alex Newhook has room to work. That puck is flipped up and out. It gets through Alexiak, chopped off a Comfort. Avs getting a change. Well, Seattle, as you talked about, Peter, they've just played a very smart, responsible hockey game tonight, and their goalie has been really good. Kicked away, back onto the ice is Johansson. Everly tied up on the near side by Byram. O'Connor showing his speed again. Trying to push that puck up high, couldn't get it out. McCann with a wrist shot, blocker save by Francouz. Everly shoots, and it went off a body in front. Kadri will settle things down behind his net. Outlet finds Kadri again from Girard. Nazem Kadri is in. A wrist shot blocked away by Giordano. O'Connor was able to pound that puck into the ice. Swept by Kadri to the right point in McCall. Finds Taves. Back to Cale. A shimmy move and a shot off the post. Score! Devon Taves cleans up on the near side. McCall got it through. It rang off the iron. And Taves able to put it home for his 7th goal of the season. And the Avs finally get it tied up. It's a 3-3 game here in the 3rd.
Mose is a big save. Whole bunch of stuff here. Look at this big save. Did he kick it in? That's what they're looking right now. Did Taves kick it in? Here's just one more look at the save.
Oh boy, good right pad save. Really good right pad save.
And here's the goal.
So they say it's a distinct kicking motion. It's not a good goal. Well, they're going to challenge it. Well, you can turn your skate into it. That's going to be a good goal, Pete. It absolutely is.
I think it's going to be a good goal because of the rule that was changed. There has to be a distinct kicking motion. He was just turning his right skate, and the puck popped off the skate.
There was a goal that was scored the other night. I think it was Mark Stone for Vegas.
Yes, that was every bit.
And to me, it was more of a kicking motion. And again, they said it was not a kicking motion, but it was more of one, if you're looking at it that way, than what Taves just did. Or very, very, very similar. And that goal was allowed to stand for the Golden Knights. And so,
distinct kicking motion.
Here is the call from referee Steve Kazari.
It was a deflection off the blue player. We do have a goal.
It is a good goal. Cale Makar with an assist. Nazem Kadri picks up another helper, his 45th point. And here it is, Pete, again. You turn the skate, it deflects off the skate and goes in.
Absolutely. What they're trying to do is get more goals 3, 4, 5 years ago. And everything that was going off the skate was being called back. Now, there's no way he kicked that. Does it, is Seattle going to be happy with that call? Of course not. But the idea being that all he did was turn his skate. It bounced off his skate. And I'm pretty sure you can talk to your blue in the face here, unfortunately.
Yeah, Dave Hextall is not going to win that conversation against Francois Saint-Laurent.
Okay, now Mode.
We've got a whole turn of events here. You got a tie hockey game, and the Avs have really put the heat on Seattle here in the third.
And Grubauer comes up with a huge save. It looked like maybe the save of the game. And now
let's take a look at that one more time. And again, it was just the turn of the skate by Taves right there.
Right.
So the decision has been made. It is a good goal. Devon Taves, again, his 7th goal of the season.
8:13 remaining. The Avalanche once again have come out of nowhere to find themselves at least even inside of a game that's been very unusual.
It really has been. Grubauer flings that one up the boards and got right through McKinnon. McKinnon is on the move, feeds it off for Eberle. Eberle with his shot. That missed the net. That was a good shot. Avs can't get it out. Back down deep for McCann. Eberle is cruising down the slot by his lonesome, and he knocks that puck down. Reverses Rankin, makes a play. Goes on and pinched in, made a nice read. Here come the Avs up ice, though. Nichushkin gives it for McKinnon. Nathan McKinnon to the dot with a shot off the post. He beat Grubauer, and he rings it off the iron. Eberle back the other way. Caught up by Byram, turns and shoots, and a glove save by Francois. 7 minutes, 22 seconds to go in the third. We've got a 3-3 hockey game, and McKinnon almost made it 4-3 right there. Tomorrow night, the Avs head to Music City to take on the Nashville Predators. Join us right here on Altitude when complete coverage begins at 5:30. The Avalanche and Preds tomorrow night hockey right here on Altitude. Avs, of course, before the COVID shutdown, lost that game 5-2 at Nashville back on December 16th, so they would like to get back at the division-leading Preds.
That was the strangest game. I did not go in that game, but I remember listening. Guys were coming. Johnson was in the lineup. He was out of the lineup. There was stuff going on all game. You couldn't for the life of you figure out. There were guys that have played their one and only game all season for the Avalanche.
Makar not allowed to play. Darcy Kemper was pulled out of that one. Here come the Kraken back in. Puck to Geeky. Avs bang it away from him. Good back check by Obe Kubel. Behind the net, Byram. Line up with Donato. That puck is loose to Obe Kubel. Pitchfork move. Cut off by Geeky. Gerard hit by Appleton. It comes to Alexiak. Fished off for Giordano. Back to Alexiak. Long wrist shot. Save. Francois read it well. Avs turn it over again. A bomb over the top of the net. Comes to the point. Avs need a change. They're very tired. But they just can't get the puck as Appleton crashed himself into the corner glass. Now they can get the change as Byram settles things down. Nazem Kadri turns it up ice in front of the benches. Down the wing he goes. Wanted to cough it up top. Stick out of his hand. Actually, that was Lauzon's stick, but it's broken up. Eric Johnson crashed himself into the corner. Oh, that looked very dangerous. Blackwell stripped. Puck is loose. EJ's back on his skates. Done. Long wrist shot wide of the net, and he got a lot on it. Lauzon left the handle on the near side. It's knocked ahead for Jost. He'll give it up for Kadri. Avs trying to get numbers. Kadri is in with a shot. He scores! Nazem Kadri, top shelf. Rips it past Grubauer in transition. The can pay. And they've got a 4-3 lead here at Ball Arena late in period at number 3. For Kadri, it's his lucky 13th goal of the season and his 46th point.
Mosh, I'm telling you, this is getting magical. Seriously. You got that game, last game, they're down 3-0, 4-1. You win. You've never come back from being trailing in the third period. You do against Anaheim. 2 overtime wins, 7-1 win, and now tonight, in what looked to be just a rock of a hockey game, not a whole lot going on, and the big boys come up with goals late.
Terrific job by Kadri.
Yeah, Kadri and Joseph Burakovsky. Good for Tyson Joseph. Boy, does he need to just get some stuff going offensively. That would be great.
Absolutely. His 99th career point. Tyson Joseph's right there. McKinnon gives it off. McCarr wanted to give it back and did not get a lot on that puck. Here's Jonas Donskoy. McKinnon stood him up. Shield ridden off by Taves, and a good defensive play, and now here's Donskoy. Donskoy. Set it off the stick on the near side. Weinberg out the boards with it. Pops it for Larson. Long shot. Save by Francouz. And he's got control. Nazem Kadri. Again, his lucky 13th goal of the season. Top Shelford put the Evs on top. And the 50-50 raffle is back. A single continuous raffle that will take place in the month of January. At the end of the month, the winner will walk away with half of the jackpot, while the other half of the proceeds will support relief efforts for Boulder County fire victims. The 50-50 raffle is conducted by the Colorado Amateur Hockey Association in partnership with Kroenke Sports Charities and the Avalanche. Just visit 5050colorado.com. That's 5050colorado.com. The Avs have gone on top on Kadri's goal. Tyson Joe, 6th assist. Burakovsky, his 14th of the season, 2nd of tonight's contest. And here we go. Kraken with a draw to Larson. Now it's done with a reshot, blocked away by Comfort. Eberle has the loose puck up top, and Dunn's shot is blocked away by JT again. He's got the puck at the red line and poked away. Seattle has it. All of a sudden the tables are turned. Dave Haxtell's going to have to try to figure out what he wants to try and do. Not a whole lot of offensive pressure by the Kraken in this third period. The Avs out shooting Seattle 13-6.
They don't have a whole
turnover. McKinnon finds O'Connor with a shot and a save by Grubauer. Sorry, Pete.
No. They don't have a like big time offensive talent, but look for the Avalanche. This is Kubel right here. All of a sudden the Avalanche go from down, and now they're getting closer. There's Taves. Did he kick it? Didn't he kick it? And then Kadri walks in. It's just been one of those games where I don't know how you even explain what we've seen. It certainly wasn't the kind of game that we've had last game, and yet it's been a really good third period.
McCarr, Taves shoots, save by Grubauer. Avalanche fans, Bert Simpson reminds you that when the game is on the line, call 303-790-2525. Bert Simpson, good lawyers changing lives.
Sorry. How's this guy not in the All-Star game?
He's got to be.
He's got to be. I mean,
how'd he be the 5th leading scorer in the entire league and not make it? And Pete, he was walking in, and I thought, oh, he's getting a little bit deep to make a pass. Top shelf. Swung up top for McCarr. Now Taves. Finds McKinnon, one-timer, saved by Grubauer. He knows that shot well. Giordano's lead pass was broken up. Brought in by Yarncroke. Poke check. Now Gourde. Throws it off the skate. Aube-Kubel will turn it ahead. Nicholas Aube-Kubel into the zone, 1-on-5. The F's get a change, and he'll dump it deep.
Perfect play. You know that your line mates want to change, so you take it, you do a little spin in the corner, you know that they're changing, and then you just dump it and release.
Lobbed high in the air and out. Eric Johnson bats it ahead. Nazem Kadri, it's a hand pass. Down to the final 3:33 here of the third period. But the Avalanche have won already a record 11 straight games on the home ice.
You know what I haven't asked you, Motion? What is the difference now flying with the guys? Is there anything different?
You're mostly not with me.
No, I which makes it very nice.
I have nobody to jibber jabber to.
No, I just meant.
You know, Pete, it's pretty much the same. It really is. Giving up for Copper, JT with a wrister wide of the cage. We don't sit in the middle anymore. That's a little bit different, but other than that, Larson walks his way into Eberle. Room shoots, blocked away by Jack Johnson. A turnaround shot. Oh, what a block by EJ. Pushed ahead by Renton and for Nichushkin. Big Val is in deep. Nichushkin shoots, saved by Grubauer. Here's Nichushkin. Cycles it off for McKinnon. Pushes it off for Mikko. Rantanen. Gerard finds Byram. McKinnon immediately challenged, and that's what we were talking about earlier, as Donskoy has that assignment on 29. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. The Avs with a 1-goal lead as McKinnon chips it in. Nichushkin still on the ice and crashed hard deep into the Seattle zone, but the Kraken away with it. Lazan brings that puck in to the near side, swept up and out by Joe Byram could not get it out. It was cut off by Gore. There goes Grubauer to the bench.
Nope.
Extra attackers on the ice. Gord gives it off. It's Johansson. His wrist shot never got through. Avs push at it, and out it comes. It'll roll back to the Kraken zone, but this will be an icing call with 1 minute and 53 seconds left. Eric Johnson continues to sacrifice his body to make plays.
He comes into tonight's game, as usual, just the physical presence. He blocks a shot right here. Plus 17 coming into this game for the Avalanche. The best he's ever been is plus 8. I mean, he is having a career year for the Avalanche. Making all of, look at the coaches, patting him on the head. I mean, this is a guy that wants and knows that this is his best chance to win something.
He's had so many very difficult injuries to deal with in the recent years. And he continues to just lay out at all times. Set up and out by Coffer. Glove down by Giordano. Hammered back in, McCann far side to Nearest. Franco's got a piece reversed by Taves. EJ Fan on that one. Gets that puck back in the corner. Trying to spin away from Gord, who challenged him, but it's Johansson with it. Pounded at by Eric Johnson. Sweeps it to the hashes. Rifled up top though for Giordano. Long wrist shot. Wide of the net. Gord right there. All over Francouz. Back it comes through Eberle to Giordano. Avs need to get control of that puck. Eberle shoots. Went right through the top of the crease. McCann with a shot. That's blocked away. Shot that, but not out of the zone. Good play by McCann. Rimmed around, out it comes, but an icing call. No, it's waved off.
Waved off.
As they say, McCann could have played that puck. He tried to make it slide, but they caught him.
That half-effort thing.
Here we go. Donskoy feeds it up for Wenberg. Met by Rantanen, and now Eberle is still out there working it in. Eberle to the point for Dunn. Long shot toward the slot, knocked away. Wenberg with a backhand try, and the Avs cut that one off. Down on his tail now is Appleton. Turned all the way down by Mikko. Wide of the net, and it's going to be an icing call with 27.4 seconds left. Mark Giordano getting up there a little bit, but he's still got that shot.
Well, and Giordano is that guy for Seattle they really wanted because he's a leader. Comes over from Calgary. He had, a little bit of a contract left and stuff like that. But he's the kind of guy that can galvanize and unite a locker room. And now, will he be here when the season's over? Who knows?
Very valuable commodity.
Oh,
he's a veteran leader on the back end.
You got it. Absolutely.
Timeout has been called by the Kraken, but here's Nazem Kadri. Take a look at his night. He's been very active tonight. And Petey kept going back down the wing, trying to get that shot past Grubauer.
He must have had something. He must have. And now here's the goal right here. Walks in. Maybe he waited just a little longer there. That's huge. Look what this club has done again.
In my head, I'm thinking, you're getting deep, you're getting deep, you're getting deep. And a beautiful top shelf shot. Timeout is over. Seattle works its way to the Avs zone with the extra attack. See what Jared Bednar wants to do here. He's got the top line on the ice. That includes Nichushkin now. And on the back end, it's Cale Makar and Jack Johnson.
Winning's winning. Isn't it something, Moshe? There wasn't much excitement going for a while. Right now, this place is just firing.
Here comes Mikko into the near circle against Kalle Järnkrok. Huntsman Alfonso looking in. Kraken win it to Giordano. Fumbled the puck, but gathers it back in. Banged it off of Everly. Pushed in front, shot saved by Francouz. Rebound! Picked up by Pavel Francouz, and what a save. 16.8 seconds left. What a magnificent read by the Avs netminder.
And again, I go back to 3-0 last game against Toronto. Austin Matthews is putting on a show like there's no tomorrow. It looks like he was singularly going to win that game for them. The Avalanche down 3-0. They pull their goaltender. In comes Francouz, and he has been brilliant in the games that he has played now.
Time winding down, final 12 seconds. It comes up, and it comes out of the zone. It's an offside play on the Kraken with 9.9 seconds left.
And they're going to do it, Moshe. There's no way they're coming down all the way down the ice.
An intentional offside.
Yeah.
So back to the Kraken zone for the faceoff.
So the Avs will jump on a plane. And just head to Nashville and see what's going on there, Moshe.
The Predators are playing very good hockey.
Oh, stunningly good hockey. I did not think, you know who's been unreal? Saros, the goaltender. He may be the best goaltender in the West.
He could be. Sure, we'll see him tomorrow night. The Avs will throw Darcy Kemper at him. Puck is down. Kraken have it with Giordano. 7 seconds to go. That went off a backside. 3 to go. 2 to go. 1 all the way down. And that will do it. The Avalanche come back from a 2-goal deficit and beat the Seattle Kraken by a final score of 4-3. 12th straight home win for this Avalanche team. The franchise record continues to climb, and they've now tied the Florida Panthers for the longest home winning streak in the National Hockey League this season. For Nazem Kadri, his 2nd game winner of the year and the 27th of his career, and that goal was an absolute beauty to put the Avs on top here in the 3rd period.
And Moshe, to me, the most important, every single game that they have won in these 5 games inside of this 17-game stretch has been completely different. You know, they're up, they're down, they're dominating, they're not dominating, they're coming from behind. It is just, I don't know if there's a way now that you can play against them that they haven't faced.
It seems to me, Pete, you're right about that. Anything that's thrown at them from this point on, they say, well, we've seen this. We've handled this. We're okay.
2-0, 3-0.
Absolutely. Let's go downstairs to Alan Roach for tonight's 3 stars of the game.
Coach of the game, Tucker Collins from the Boulder Hockey Club. Tonight's 3rd star from the Avalanche with the all-important game-tying goal in the 3rd, number 7, Jan.10. Tonight's 2nd star from the Avalanche, scoring the team's first 2 goals, number 16, Nicholas Aube-Kubel. And tonight's first star of the game from the Avalanche with the game winner, number 91, Nazem Kadri. Stay in your seats and stand by for an interview with tonight's first star. Our first star is with Rachel.
Naz, this team overcame a 3-goal deficit Saturday night. Another come-from-behind win here tonight. How much confidence do you have in your team's ability to fight back in those situations?
It's amazing, you know, no quit attitude. I think, you know, we show a lot of character in these moments, and, you know, those are the guys I want on my team.
And Naz, a career-high 15 multi-point games for you. What can you say about the goal you had tonight?
We just did a great job in D-zone. I was fortunate to get a pass and enter the zone with possession. And, you know, I want to be a little more aggressive and start shooting the puck, so I was able to just find a corner, and it was a big goal for us.
The Avs blue line now has a league-high 36 goals this season. From your perspective, what is it about this Avs D-core that's making them so successful offensively?
Just talent. I mean, skilled players, good awareness, they're smart, and they can skate more importantly. So we're going to rely on them down the stretch, and we know how good they can be, and you know, they've proven it game in and game out. 12 straight wins here on home ice. Best of luck to you guys tomorrow in Nashville. Thank you, Naz. Good stuff. Thank you.
And there you go, Rachel Richlinski with Nazem Kadri. Our final score, it's the Avalanche 4, the Kraken 3. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night. The Avs head to Nashville to take on the Preds. We'll have complete coverage for you beginning at 5:30 Mountain Time. Now, let's send you to Kyle, Mark, and JML. They've got everything with the Avalanche locker room reports.